All right, welcome to Neuro-Movement with PD Active. My name is Stephanie Comella. This is the last class of our Neuro-Movement series. I think we've been doing this class for 3 years now, I want to say, when I took it over from Leela. We are going to continue. We've been working all this month actually on balance and agility, talking about the different components of balance, whether that's the vestibular component of balance or the dynamic, your ability to stand on one leg while doing all sorts of other things. And then also being able to switch your single leg balance rapidly. So that would be agility. We're going to work on all those things today, kind of wrapping it up in the last class. Today, you're going to need something to toss around, whether that's a ball of socks, a dryer ball, a pillow. You also need some sort of yoga block or a low stool or something that gives you a target to tap on the floor. All right. Put all that stuff just off to the side for now. Let's start with our standing check-in. Come to the center of your spot. Take a peek down at your feet and see where you landed today. Are your feet in parallel? Are they turned out? Are they offset? Are you duck-footed? Are you not sure? Are you stuttering? Yeah. What's your default? Just right now. Start to notice where your weight shift is as well. Do you have more weight on the right side, the left side, the forefoot, the heel, in one of those quadrants maybe? And I'll say it again. If you were standing in sand, what part of your foot would have a deeper imprint into the sand? Would it be your heel? The outside of your foot? The arches? Good. Go ahead and roll your shoulders a few times. Let's open up and release some of the tension in the shoulders. Thinking about if you had markers off the end of your shoulders, you're drawing big circles with the markers on your shoulders. There you go. 2 more. Good. And then let's grab that balance. That balance gives us fluidity in our bodies to start jiggling around, bobbing in your knees. You can do this seated or standing. And if bouncing in your legs is hard, you can kind of give yourself this flap on your thighs, just bringing vibration into your body. You can do both. If you're feeling spicy, start to lift your heels up off the ground. And if you really want to get after it, you can add the actual bounce, all right? Depending on where you're at today. Some of you prefer the low impact. Some of you like the high impact, all right? So whatever works for you. We're going for 10 seconds. Bounce, 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 bounce. Let the jiggly bit jiggle. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Go ahead and grab your ball. From here on out, when I say ball, it could be synonymous to throwing objects. Alana, did you recently get a letter ball or have you always had that? Beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. All right, we're going to throw that ball up and down or throwing your pillow up and down. Bonus points if you hit your ceiling. Because then it bounces back really fast. All right, if you have a letter ball, you're going to say the letter or number you see when you catch the ball. If you don't have letters on your ball, no biggie. You're just going to track that ball as it flies through the air. I want your eyes to follow it through space. 4 more tosses. 4, so you're looking up. 3, follow that ball through space. 2, and 1. Nice job. Walk around your space and find an object that starts with the letter W. Find an object in your space that starts with the letter W. Find another object that starts with the letter D as in dog. Awesome. Your actual dog. All right, find another object that starts with the letter C as in cat. And one more here, we're going to find an object that starts with the letter T tree, but have that thing be in your space, not outside. You can't find a tree outside. All right, that's easy. Nice. All right, ball down. We're gonna go for your bounce again. Bend the knees, let yourself bounce, bring the heels up, actually start hopping. Yeah. We're gonna go for about 15 more seconds. Get the jiggly bit jiggling, lots of vibration in the body. We want to bring in that fluidity. Let the stagnation break up a bit. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Grab that ball. We're going to do another set of tosses up and down. Get a little bit more daring this time. Throw higher. Throw off to the side. Make your body rotate a little bit to catch it. If you have letters or numbers, of course, saying the letter or number you see on that ball when you catch it. Make sure your eyes are following that ball the whole time. So even when you catch it, you're going to let your eyes focus on something on that ball, whether that's the logo or the fuzziness of your tennis ball. Bring your eyes to that ball and let your eyes focus when it's in your hand. You essentially went from far to near with your eyes. Yeah. 4 more tosses. I love how wild you're getting. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Nice job. Great. Ball down. Walk around the room. Find something in your space, an object that starts with the letter P as in Polly Pocket. Find something in your space that starts with the letter S as in Stephanie. Like sometimes this is so hard. Find something that starts with the letter N as in Nancy. And something that starts with the letter L as in loser. And then when you're done finding all your objects, we're going to add that bounce again one last time. Let's get that fluidity, all of that stagnation, break it up, let yourself jiggle, let your hair flop around a little bit. Yeah. Let your sweater fall off your shoulder. There you go. Actually jumping or just giving yourself the bounce for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. All righty. We're going to do our brain speed work here, our agility work. Here's the name of the game for those of you who are new to the game. We're going to be using this chart here to inform us of some movements that we're going to perform. We're going to be using this yoga block in front of us. You're going to be reading the chart from left to right as you would reading a book. If you see the dot in the middle of the line, you're going to take both hands and touch your yoga block or your step stool or whatever. You can even use a chair. Just tap the chair. If you see the dot on the right side of the line, you're going to tap with your right foot. And if you see it on the left side of the line, you're going to tap with your left foot. Okay, pretty simple. You're going to go through that chart and read it, performing the exercises according to what the graphic is. You're going to do that for a full minute, and you're going to try to go as fast but as accurate as possible. As fast but as accurate as possible. That's why we have that yoga block for precision. Okay, so it's like no half-assing the touch, right? You got to go touch with both hands. Again, we're going to go for a minute, as fast but as accurate as possible. For those of you that have been doing this for 5 weeks now, you have some scores from the previous weeks that you are trying to match or beat. Okay? Here we go. And we're going to start in 3, 2, 1, begin. Mm-hmm. Kind of like a whack-a-mole game. Alana's on fire. Keep going, girl. You're halfway there. Almost, almost, almost. 3, 2, time. Nice. Stop. Count up how many times you got through that chart. How many full rounds did you do? And then whatever number of dots that you did. So you might do two rounds plus 5, or 2 rounds plus 20. Tally it up, write it down if you're keeping track. Give me a thumbs up if you did better than before, same, or worse. Generally, we could say. Generally. Not sure. Awesome. Okay, cool. All right, so I'm going to stop share the chart. We're going to do an eye exercise in between these. We're going to do that chart 3 times, and we're going to try to improve every time. But in between, we're going to do some vestibular ocular reflex drills, okay? Or some drills to help with our vestibular ocular reflex. First round, we're going to cover your left eye and take your left finger, and we're going to pull our eyeballs across our body, and then pull your eyeballs to the outside of your body, okay? Or out to the side. So you're going to be tracking your finger with your left eyeball only across, okay? You're going to go as fast as possible, but I want that smooth pursuit. So I don't want your eyeballs jumping from place to place. Like, of course, you know where that finger is going. Try not to use anticipation to get the job done. Try to track that finger as it's moving through space. We're going to do about 2 more passes with the left hand. Good. And then we'll switch sides. So cover your left eye. And now we're going to track with the right finger and the right eye. Ooh, that feels funny, doesn't it? Like it was just dark. Now it's funny. Sometimes doing this with your finger in front of a blank wall is a little bit better. If you're starting to feel, if you feel kind of like dizzy because of this stuff in the background, so to speak, position yourself so that you have a blank wall, or maybe just the door behind your finger. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna go for 3 more passes. Good. And then press on your eyeballs or wash your face, massage your face a little bit, your cheekbones, to sort of reset everything. Yeah. Okay. So someone commented last week after class that they felt dizzy or sort of overstimulated after those exercises. So I just want to make a note. If this is new for you, that is a totally normal feeling. We're pushing your nervous system to its threshold. Okay. If you start to feel dizzy, just stop, reset, put your hands over your eyes, and then come back to the class whenever you feel ready. Okay. All right. We're going to go to that agility work again. I'm going to flip this chart so you don't memorize the order. All right, same rules as last time. Double hand touch, left foot, right foot, whatever the dot is telling you to do is what you're doing. Word to the wise. When you come down for your double hand touch, continue looking at your chart so you don't lose your spot. So you can come up and go right into the next thing. Okay, versus something like that. And then you're like, where was I? Okay. All right, 1 minute of work. 3, 2, 1, begin. So when you come down, get your booty down instead of just bowing. Bend your knees. There you go, Michelle. Crushing. Nice job. Halfway. Three, two, one. Sneak in that last one and then stop. Tally it up. That's a brain game in itself. Math. Once you tally, let me know, from your first round, did you get better, worse, or the same? Worse, Kenlin? Okay. All right. So something happened between round 1 and 2 that made it harder. Awesome. Michelle got better. Great. Okay. Stop share. Okay. We're going to go round 2 of our vestibular exercises. Here's the deal. This next one is a little bit harder than the first one we did. So if you get to it and you're like, this is not feeling good for me, do what we did in round 1. Okay. So round 2 is the VOR. We're going to not use our fingers for this one. You're going to find something on your wall or your bookshelf or whatever. You're going to lock your eyes onto that thing and you're going to be turning your head around that object. Your eyes are always focused in on that thing. Lock those eyeballs on your object. Turn your head. You can even turn your body a little bit too if your neck's feeling stiff. Eyeballs locked on the thing, you're turning your body or your head or. It's tricky. Looking at that thing. There you go, Michelle. You're getting there. Stay looking. Yeah. Yeah. If you feel like your eyes are wanting to jump, this is something that we need to work on. Maybe 1 or 2 more passes there. Good. And then eye wash or pressure on your eyeballs. Yeah, nice. You may have even noticed that it's harder for you to keep your eyes locked when you're turning your head in a specific direction. So if you go off and do this drill on your own, you may just do that one side repeated, okay? Just to work on that one direction. Yeah. Okay. Last time through the chart. Yeah. I'm going to keep it the same orientation as last time. Okay. Last time through the chart. Sometimes I find, well, okay, let's just do this. You're just going to crush it. Do your best. We'll talk about it afterwards. Same rules. Double hand tap, right foot tap, left foot tap. Ready, set, go. There you go. Getting faster. Nice job. Halfway. Are you on track? Almost there. Time. Tally it up. Write it down if you're keeping score. Better, same, or worse than previous attempts. Kenlin, still worse than it. Most of you got better. Awesome. Kenlin, what happened? Did that single eye one just overload you? Maybe, huh? That one was maybe pushed you a bit. Yeah. All right. Last exercise for your vestibular, we're going to do the cancellation, which we did for the first time last week. We're going to try it again this week. This is the hardest one of the sweeps that I have in my pocket. Remember, what this one is, you're turning your head one direction, but you're following your finger in the opposite direction. Okay? You need some accountability. Sometimes you can kind of have this. So let's do the finger going out to the left and your head turning right. And then we'll take a little break. We'll wash the face and we'll do the other side. Okay. So it'll look something like this. And it's probably not going to be a big movement. So fingertips going to the left, head turning right. Yeah. And if this one is super challenging, no biggie, don't worry. This is the hardest one. You can always go back to the one that we did last time, which was no finger, just an object on the wall. Okay, one more time. Cancellation. Good. Wash your face. Take a moment. Recalibrate. Of course, we're going to do now right-sided. So right finger is going to travel right. Head is going to turn left. Okay. And you want both of those moving. That's the whole point of the cancellation. Otherwise, it's just the finger tracking that we were doing earlier. So that's why I like putting my hand on my chin. And I can almost like pull, right? Like grab the skin and pull. Mm-hmm. There you go, Susan. Make sure you're turning your head. Yes, there you go. Maybe 3 or 4 more there. Tricky. And 1. Good, nice. Hands on your face. Reset, recalibrate. Awesome. All right. So I'm going to be sending you all the classes from this month again. And so if you want to keep up with this practice, you'll have a class every week to do in October and through the beginning of November. Feel free to take it upon yourself to get creative, change the movements in the chart. I kept it the same every week for consistency, but if you want to try something different, it's not really about the movements that you're doing. It's more that you're matching a movement to the dot and then being consistent with that movement. So it could literally be like left arm up, right arm up, double chest tap, whatever. You can make it as complicated as you would like or as simple as you would like, okay? So as you go through the classes in October again, keep that in mind. You don't have to do what I'm assigning you for the chart, okay? All right. We are moving into segment number 2 of class, which is our strength training segment. Woo! And we're just going to do one set of our calf raises today because I'm going to do something a little bit different for your ankle strength. Grab onto a chair or a wall or something to just kind of keep your balance. That way you can really focus on the strength of this. We did some balance stuff in the agility training and the vestibular training. Now we're kind of just working on like the meat, like building some buff here. We're going to lift your heels up and then lower your heels down. It's just a heel raise or a calf raise. Try to keep your knees really straight. Sometimes we want to do something like that. I don't know, a little funky. Keep your knees really straight. Good. And we've been doing calf raises for every week for the last 5 weeks. So if this feels like old news to you, remember we have a couple options. You can go double leg up, single leg down, double leg up, single leg down. Okay. I'm introducing or reminding you of some options that we've gone over the last month. Okay. Mixing them up a little bit so your body never gets bored, even though we're consistent. Yep. And if you want to get real feisty, you're going to do 5 or 6 on one ankle and then 5 or 6 on the other, and we'll be done with this set. So pick your poison for the last 10 reps or so. Mm-hmm. Good. Awesome. And then finish up that last repetition. We're going to do a quick set of ankle circles. Ankle circles. Big circles. Do 5 or 6 in one direction and then 5 or 6 in the other. We know that catching your balance and maintaining balance, or so I should say, preventing a fall or catching yourself after a little trip, ankle mobility, ankle accommodation is an important factor in that ability. Switch to the other side. Okay. So essentially, can your body bend a little bit before you topple? Right? If you're stick straight as a board and you don't accommodate, then you're probably going to topple over a little sooner. Okay. Go ahead and stand in the middle of your mat. We're going to roll to the, we'll just say the left sides of your feet. So one foot is on the outside, one foot's on the inside. And then roll to the other sides of your feet. Maybe you're skiing. Apparently we got snow on the mountain this week. Someone told me. All right. So working on that ankle accommodation of being able to roll to the outside of your ankles, right, before we topple over. Yeah. Let's do 2 more. Beautiful. And shake it out. All right. We're going to stand on your left leg. If you need, hold on to something, please hold on to something. The idea though is we're working on a little bit of balance here. So not so much dependence on your aid. Okay. We're going to go from a marching knee to a kickback knee. Marching knee, kickback knee. Now we can add a little bit of athleticism in our arms as well to help with that. And again, if you need to tap on something or even tap down on the floor, sort of in between, the idea is that you're standing on one leg, but we're not doing something static because life is moving. We move in life. So we have to create some sort of chaos with the standing balance. Mm-hmm. Good. So when the knee comes forward, the opposite arm is coming forward, right? We do opposite. Let's go 2 more on this standing leg. Hopefully your ankle and foot is getting a little smoky. Yep. Beautiful. And then switch to the other side. So we have right leg on the ground. Use your balance things as needed or just have them close by. We're going to go march, kick back. March, kick back. Okay. And then you can start to speed it up the more confident you get. Okay. Love it. Awesome. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Cool. Shake it out. Second exercise of the set. We're going to drop into a squat. And then you're going to bring your arms up towards the ceiling and come into a calf raise here. So, truth is, we are doing our calf raises today. Come into a squat, bring the arms back. Reach the arms up, come into a calf raise. Squat, arms back, arms up, calf raise. You're getting full extension, get those hips forward. Fold everything, lift everything, open everything. There you go. Fold, lift. Fold, lift. Fold, lift. Nice. Your heart rate's going to get up a little bit. 4 more. 3, 2. Last one. Awesome. Rest. Shake it out. Walk around the room. Okay, we're gonna do our single leg swings again. Single leg swing. Oh, wait, we need to start on our left side. All right. The faster the leg swings, the harder it gets. So go ahead and start moving. Just your right leg is swinging and you're standing on your left leg. The right leg is introducing some chaos that you have to stabilize again. Yep. If it's feeling a little too crazy, just have your tiptoe down and swing your arms vigorously. That's a good one too. All right. So something of that sort. Should have showed you that option at the beginning. Apologies. We're going to go for 4 more seconds. 3 more. 2 more. And last one. Good. Right. Same thing on the other side. Let's start with the tiptoe. Let's move the arms vigorously. Most of your weight is on the right leg, if not all. Start to move your leg. And the faster and bigger you swing, the harder it gets. There you go, Alana. That was it. Start with just the arm swing on a single leg balance. That's hard enough. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Ooh. Started traveling. Nice job. Take it out. Okay, we're going to do full flexion, full extension. I'm going to offer an option. This option's not for everyone. Okay, so if you look at this option and you go, oh, hell no, then maybe it's not for you. Okay, but I know some of you are going to enjoy it. So we're going to fold and then we're going to jump. Okay, fold, extend, or jump, right? And then land softly. Here we go. Fold, jump. Do you have your balance when you landed? Good. Or it's the fold, extend, fold, extend. Love it. Woo! The idea is that you're getting some power. Down, forward. Nice. Up. Good, Susan. 4 more. Come on, up. Yes. Last one. Rock on. Take it. Heart rates might be up. Oh, yeah. Okay, one more set of single leg balance with the swing. Again, you can do vigorous arm swing with most of your weight on the left. That's going to challenge some work in your foot, your ankle, and your hips. Oh, my watch even ran. My watch was like, are you on a run? All right, here we go. We're going leg swing if you want it. This is your last set. Good. Get a little crazy with it. Challenge that ability to reclaim from a stumble. Feel your foot in the ground. Those of you that have your toe spacers on, maybe have a wider base. Is it cheating? I don't know. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Woo. That leg gets a little smoky, yeah? Same thing on the other side. This is my fun ankle. Here we go. There you go. Working that foot intrinsic. Find the dome, the suction cup of your foot, the tripod of your foot. Maybe you have one side that's harder than the other too. There we go. Eyes are locked so that you're balanced. 10, 6, 2, and last one. Nice. Good. All right, one last set. Fold, explode, fold, explode, whatever version is for you. Okay? If you want the hopping, take the hopping. If you are doing the hopping again, soft landing, absorb that force so you're not just, taking it in the stagnation. Okay. Let it flow. Okay. Here we go. Either way, we're folding, exploding, fold, explode. And I'm not going to tell you what tempo to do this at, because if you're jumping, you're probably going to go at a different pace. That's it. There you go, Kenlyn. Yeah, girl, get some height. Here we go, 10 seconds. Ooh, nice job. Walk around the room, check it out, grab water. I'm warm. I'm almost ready to peel off my jacket, but we're almost done. I think I'll relish in the warmth. All right, we're gonna make our way down to the floor for like 5 minutes. 5 minutes of work on the floor. If you have your own way of getting to the floor, go ahead and make your way. If you want to go on the journey with me, come with me. We're gonna start in a squat. So you're gonna fold again, and you're gonna rock up onto your toes. We're gonna come over those toes onto your knees and untuck your toes and sit back. Nice little stretch. Why not? Let's take it. I'm just going to turn a little bit so you can see. Take one hand out and let your hips fall, and then swing your legs forward. Alrighty. Let's fall onto our backs. Fall, gracefully fall. Yeah, controlled fall. And bend your knees up so that your feet are about mat width apart. And your knees are bent, and just let your knees go from side to side, that holding pattern that we love while we're waiting for the crew to get down to the mat. If anyone's taking their time. Yeah. Good. 1 or 2 more of those. And then go ahead and roll over on your side facing knee so you can see the demo. And then push off that elbow and come into your sort of like a side elbow prop thing with your legs folded out. Okay. I think last week we were talking a little bit about the scap punches. Someone was talking about, like, who was that? Susan, I think maybe was talking about, oh, I've never felt my shoulder blades move that way. Real quick, actually, let's come up onto your hand. Let's feel it in your hand. So we're gonna shrug your shoulder towards your ears. And then you're gonna push your hand into the floor a little bit and create now some space in your neck, between your neck and your shoulder. So we're gonna come into that shrug and then push away. Okay. And when you go into the shrug, try not to bend your elbow, because I want the shrug to come from your scapula. And then push away. There you go. 2 more there. Great. So in the next exercise, when I say push the ground away, that's what I'm talking about. Okay. Right here, we're gonna stack your knees and bring your heels behind you a little bit. Your hand is gonna be on your hip, like some attitude. We're gonna push through both knees to help lift your hips up off the mat. And you're now in a side plank. Side plank. Okay, push the ground away. Bring your hips back down to the mat and reset. Okay, we're just gonna do that a few times. So pressing the hips up and away, strengthening your shoulder, your obliques, and the side of your hip. And then back down. Let's do it a few times. Up and down. Up and down. Good. 4, 3, 2. One more time. Good. And rest. Wing those legs around to the other side. How fancy can you make it? Let's start with our shoulder shrugs on this side, sort of as a prep to build some of that map in our brain. We're going to shrug the shoulder up towards the ear. And what's nice about that too, do you feel stretch on this bottom side? Feels good. And then push the ground away. And shrug. And push. And shrug. And push. Team, this is all the kind of stuff I do in my Monday class. So if this kind of stuff you like, come on out. Let's do that one more time. Good, good. Stack those knees up, feet are back. Hand on your hip like attitude. We're going to press through those knees, hips come forward. There you go. And then sit the hips back. Yep. Push through and hips forward. You got it. And then hips back. Let's do a couple more. Does one side feel different than the other side when you do this exercise? This little side bridge, side plank. No judgment. We're just noticing. And then you're like, maybe I should do 2 sets on this one side. We're going to go for 3 more here. 3, 2, and last one. Beautiful. And relax. Bye, Alana. Thank you, thank you. All right, come on back. We're going to come into a crab position. Play around with which way you want your fingers facing. If you want them facing towards your booty, or you want them facing to the sides of the room or to the back of the room. Your choice. Which one feels better for your shoulders for whatever reason. Feet are flat to start. I'm sorry, no, we're going to be dorsiflex when the hips are down. So top of the feet towards the shin. Press your hips up and flatten your feet on the ground. Dorsiflex your feet when the hips come down. Flatten and press. Hips come down, dorsiflex. Flatten and press. Hips come down. There you go. Susan, can you bring the base of your sternum up towards the ceiling a little bit more? Kind of puff up your chest in the up position. There you go. Stretch those shoulders. I know, it's tighten that chest. Here we go. Puff up. 4 more, please. 3, 2, and last one. Beautiful. Shake it out. Stretch forward, maybe a forward fold stretch. Bend your knees in a little bit. We're going to do one last exercise, and it's going to feel like you're breakdancing. You'll be like, honey, I did some breakdancing today. Let me show you. All right. We're going to be in that crab position again. Hover your booty off the ground just a little bit. And you're going to go from 4 points of contact to 3. Yep. Switch to the other side. Now switch to your right hand. Release your right hand up. You got a question. And then your left hand. Right foot. Left foot. Right hand. Good. Keep going. This is a timed interval. Have fun with it. Party, party. Up and up. You got 3 more. 2, 3, and done. Nice job. Stretch out, forward fold. Remember, I told you that was a quick 5 minutes on the mat. We're going to make our way up to our feet. We started a little late today, so I'm taking a little longer than normal. We're going to come up onto our feet and do our check-in again. However you want to get up off your feet, go for it. Otherwise, you can follow my direction. We're going to fold our legs into a cross-legged position. This is the tricky part. Push up and over the top of your shins. You only have to do it once. If it's not super comfortable, that's pretty normal. You're going to uncross and maybe crawl backwards. Tuck your toes under. We're going to push the knees up into a down dog or an A-frame. Now, when you walk your hands back to your feet, you can bend your knees a little bit so that you have a firm footing on the ground. Walk your hands back so that your feet are fully supporting your weight. Make sure that you have a weight shift bias on the toes, though. And then when you round your spine to come up, you're still weighted through the toes. And come on up to stand. Okay. We're going to come to the center of your mat. See how you land. Are your feet in parallel? Are they turned out? Are they offset? What do they look like when you just land there? What about your weight shift? The imprint in the sand. Where's the imprint? Or does it feel like you're kind of like moving around, which is fine too? We've talked about before the kind of like feeling of the Michael Jackson lean is a good indicator that you are in your core, quote unquote, right? You're kind of like in your midline, everything's collected. You're like ready to take a step and have action. Roll the shoulders, 3, 2, and 1. Deep breath in, reach the arms up. Everyone, rock on, nice job. And release. Thank you so much for having me the last couple years. I'm going to turn off the recording. If you have any questions or feedback that you want to share, let me know.